Right, that's one text. And people, understandably, a bit reluctant to talk about what's going on here. But Rob in Somerset was good enough to join us. He owns a gym. He got in touch with us. Hi, Rob.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you for talking to us. I mean, what do you make of this business of performance-enhancing drugs? Do you see or meet many people who do you think are on that kind of thing?
It's not easy to always visibly identify those that are taking the drugs, as a huge proportion of the people that go onto these drugs are taking them because they're not eating and training and recovering correctly to see results in the first place. So when they go on the drugs, they will be offered a temporary improvement, a marginal improvement, but as soon as they stop taking the drugs, it will go again. The improvement will go again because the body doesn't have the stimulus to retain what they've built.
So, I mean,
so it's very temporary. But I think what we're seeing here is a combination of people's expectations, which are in part driven by the media, what they see on Facebook, what they see on Instagram, what they see on magazines, and people's thirst to make money from this. People see that there's an easy buck to be made by selling these drugs to vulnerable, desperate members, or just people that they know from the local pub or through friends. Yeah. And they can make fast money from it.
So are these men trying to get the big built body, or is it women? I mean, who's doing this stuff?
There's going to be there's a combination of both. By sheer numbers, it's going to be largely men. Holidays, birthdays, weddings, general. If somebody's just come out of a relationship, they may be feeling they're thrown back into the dating game. Yeah. They want to look a certain way. There's certain pressures because every time you go onto a social media site, people are only ever going to put up their best pictures. So it's a false representation of what's happening out there. People want the results. They want everything yesterday. If they want to lose body fat, they'll have liposuction. If they want money, they'll have a payday loan or a credit card. Everybody wants things easily and yesterday, but they don't want to work for it. They want, but won't work. It's an unfortunate cycle, and then you've got the people who are willing to exploit this to make the quick buck. Many other establishments, the gym is part of it, but maybe a more lucrative area of the gym is the supply of other substances.
So, I mean, what kind of things are we talking about here?
We're looking at steroids, we're looking at growth hormone, we're looking at insulin, we're looking at things to increase the metabolism, to reduce body fat, so fat burners, ephedrine, clenbuterol, other things which are going to speed up the process, but not in a healthy way. If education was the focus, people were explained to how important nutrition is, how important the training is, how important it is to rest and recover and not go and knock back 10 pints on a Friday night because you're feeling a little bit better because you're taking these drugs. Then if they are going to still take these drugs, the results would be more profound, more long term, and in a healthier way.
I mean,
the focus isn't on the long term hard work.
I got the point you're making. I mean, do you feel there is a real problem here? Is it getting worse?
Absolutely. What you see is just the tip of the iceberg, because not everybody who takes these drugs looks like they take the drugs because they're not doing the fundamentals in the first place, and that's the reason why they resort to these drugs.
So you wouldn't necessarily pick them, but there are plenty of people trying to take a shortcut.
100%. In many ways, why do so many people play the lottery but don't give their best at their work or give their best at education?
Right, yeah, that's a wider issue, Rob, but I get the point.
Indeed.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. Rob in Somerset, who owns a gym. That's an interesting story.